always has to be a shot at some point.
I know.
They're never clean.
They have to run. That's the only shot they have.
They do it for 82 games. We're about to find out.
He already has shown what he's capable of.
Did surprise me. I thought we were going to hang in there.
This makes me think that we do need to be humbled.
I actually think you're the only one who deserved that beating. Welcome to the Garden Report. We are outside the actual Garden where the Celtics are going to open their season tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers. John Zanis, Bobby Manning, Noah Dalzell. And we're just going to riff for about 20-30 minutes, do a little pregame show and preview tonight's game. And then, of course, as you know, we're going to be back afterwards for our Garden Report postgame show. We hope to see you all there. The show, as always, is brought to you by our pals over at PrizePicks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in all of North America. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Download the app, use code CLNS for 50 in your lineups instantly when you play $5. Once again, download the app, code CLNS, 50 in your lineups when you play 5. And guys, you were in there talking to Joe Mazzulla. The big question everyone out here has been asking us so far, and people want to know, and I expect we might find out sometime during this broadcast, is whether Jaylen Brown's going to play. As you know, he tweaked his hamstring last week in the final preseason game. He was a full go on
last
practice.
2 days.
Last two days, though he was still on the injury report as questionable. I'm guessing he's going to play.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where you just take it a game time and see what happens. If anything goes haywire in the warm-up, he's out. But there was no indication over the last couple of days here that he was going to miss the game. So I'd be stunned if he does at this point. You want to be out there for opening night. You want to be out there against Embiid. It's not a national game, but it's still a big game against Philly, as always.
Right.
Yeah, and honestly, this kind of feels like a playoff game. Like there's a
There's some vibe.
There's a good vibe.
Yeah.
I've been here for the last few hours. I feel like there's a lot of energy in the building. This
Noah
is built.
slept here.
I
So
feel like
overnight.
I think it's the same vibe with everybody. Players, fans,
it's
Joe.
like a happy, like this is gonna be fun.
Let's just see how it goes.
Let's see how this goes. Nobody really knows. Joe Mazzulla said in pregame he doesn't really know how this team's gonna be. He said we know we're gonna have a chance to win any game, but we don't know how good we are. We just don't know.
Right.
I was just chatting with Bill
I
Chisholm,
know.
who this is his first game now after the ownership, sale has officially occurred. Like there's change everywhere right now, and I feel like there's also a level of
We
excitement.
should have got Bill on.
We should have got
Bill, I hear big Garden Report fan Bill Chisholm.
That's what I hear.
I think he's watching
That's
right
what I
now
hear.
in his seat.
How's it going to, honestly, I've been going back and forth just in my head and with people I've been talking to throughout, the day, and even just the lead up to the season and just the shows that we're doing, previewing how this team is going to be. And again, we disagree a little bit in terms of win total, but I don't think so wildly far off. I really do think
You've come a long way.
I wanted us to disagree more on the win total.
the range of possible outcomes is
it's high.
enormous. The only thing I push back on is the confidence with which people believe they're going to be fine. 45, 46 wins in the hunt and this and that. And to me, I'm dubious and I'm a little worried. And it's not just because their potential injury could derail the whole thing. I've gone over it. I think the safer bet is to assume they're going to struggle based on the personnel that they're importing and what they've lost, and then be pleasantly surprised if they do well, because they could have that Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder vibe. And I think Isaiah did he narrate the hype
He
video?
did.
Yeah.
He was the
That's
voiceover.
That's not a mistake.
It's fitting.
Because I do think that is the vibe that they're hoping that they can capture here, is this, island of misfit toys, pulls it together with the veterans that they have and the high-level talent that's still here with Jaylen Brown and Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, and they can pull it off. So, I can't wait to see what happens. And we're not going to cast judgment after one game, but I'm really...
We're not?
We're
going to cast a little judgment.
We're going to do a post-game
How reasonable
show.
have I been? How reasonable was I last year during struggles?
You were pretty good. Yeah.
Eminently reasonable.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not going to freak out, and I'm not doing a I told you so victory lap any more so than we'll think that 50 wins, book it if they come out and play well. But you do want to see it against a real team.
I love the Isaiah thing, but who's the Avery Bradley? Who's the Al Horford? Even that team had a lot of depth and talent.
Right.
This team has bodies right now, but who's actually going to step up and be an everyday contributor? And we've gone back and forth about the quote, about whether they have a rotation or not.
Do you know?
I mean, if it's changing every single night and they're constantly searching, I get their perception that they can just do the hockey lines, go all out, have effort in the system, overtake things.
Yeah.
But one guy out of the Keita, Minot, Ugo, whoever it is, has to step up and actually be a rotation player.
It has to be a front court player. I mean, there has to be one of those guys, Xavier Tillman, Luka Garza, and Emias Queta, one of those guys has to have, have
if
a great
Queta
year.
picks up 3 fouls in like 5 minutes tonight, we're going to be like, oh no. Like, that could happen.
Well, I mean, we'll get into game-specific matchup because it does have the potential to be, I kind of joked on our thread earlier, like Embiid's going to go for 56 with like 35 free throw attempts tonight. Like, it could be interesting there, but they could frustrate him. They could buzz around him. They could get him to turn the ball over.
They're going to put 2-3 bodies on
They're going to throw
him.
bodies at him and try to get him flustered because they have to know what's going on with it. But you guys kind of debated this, I think, and maybe in one of the videos, the Joe Mazzulla comment the other day, and I'm just going to paraphrase. It was something along the lines of our lack of rotation is going to be a strength, meaning we're going to surprise them each day. We're going to throw different people, different combos, different starting units, different rotations, depending on either riding a hot hand or just matchups. Again, that's not something most teams do. You do have some. We'd always have it's a Cornette night or a Queta night before Luke kind of asserted his superiority.
Yeah, I
in that
didn't mention
contest.
Luke
But
first.
you would have those sorts of nights where it's like, this isn't a Hauser night, so I could see why he's not playing as much. But like now it's like, whose night is it? Is it going to be roll the ball out there and just hope that something works and make it happen? Or is each day there's going to be a plan? Is he going to be feeling it out? I am curious again, how do you think Joe goes about that? And is it actually a strength?
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, I think we talked a lot about that comment of that it could be a strength to not have a set rotation. The reality is that as a coach, you want to turn everything into a strength, right?
Yeah.
That's the objective. And so would he prefer to have the depth that he had last year? I'm sure he would. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a better team on paper without a doubt. But if you're going to have 13 guys that are eligible to play at any given night, there is a way that you can try to make that as effective as possible.
Yeah. Ahmed, tell those guys, tag us. Wear them and tag us. Wear them and
Look at
tag us.
these.
We want to see it. Giving away some Garden Report merch. Here it is.
Come over and get one if you're in the
I want
area.
one of these.
Want to throw it on?
Yeah.
Wear it to the game.
No.
Yeah, it said there's
Wait,
no free stuff over
Where are our
here.
faces? This is the no faces one?
It's a faceless one.
Yeah.
It's a faceless
You got to
one.
pay more for the faces.
We got it. We
So-
should have given Bill one, yeah.
I feel like every single person that takes
Bring
a
one
shirt
for
needs to
Bill.
give us their take.
Bring one for Bill. Yeah.
So that's my pessimistic take on things, like who's going to step up. My optimistic thing is the system. Like flying around, the hockey lines I do like. Even I'm watching the Thunder last night and the way they're collapsing, the way they're being aggressive, the way they're fouling, and I know Celtics have talked about that too. I actually believe in the system. Like these guys can just be cogs. You can get stuff out of different guys, but the top end talent does have to be there. And
Yeah.
the lack of room for error of a guy like Jalen going out of that game against Toronto, like that instant you're like, oh no, if this happens during the year,
Yeah.
you're almost screwed.
We
Who we got?
special guest
Jimmy!
appearance. Yeah, we're live.
Live? Oh my God, what's going on? Listen.
Step in.
All right, let me just say this. Yeah,
What do you
everyone's
gotta say?
everyone's giving me shit for my Celtics
Stan,
prediction.
line yourself
What's your
up.
prediction?
Where are we?
There we go.
Everyone's giving me shit for my Celtics prediction.
What was it?
Which one? Oh, the no
The-
2-pointers?
No, that one's legit. That one's legit. Everyone,
You know
but
what? They should be giving you more shit
That was
than
the
whatever they're
worst
giving
one.
you.
it's the prediction of how the season's gonna go. That's the one where I'm seeing. I saw the social media, Instagram reaction. I
were
get
more
it.
pessimistic
I have
than
them.
John.
I have them missing the playoffs. I do. I have them at
I
what?
think we need at least one person to say that.
We need one bad guy. But
Yep.
prove me wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time, by the way, Bobby. I just don't see what some of you guys might see through the green tinted goggles. I'm a little concerned about the depth of this team. Obviously, I think they're top heavy. Not a knock on Jaylen Brown, not a knock on Derek White, not even a knock on Pritchard. But I just don't see enough after those three players where if something's off that night with one of those guys or they have to miss time for any reason or they're playing a legitimate team, where are the points coming from? Where are you getting 115? Like, put together 115 points for me.
So you know who I'm excited to see tonight? Simons. I thought he had
I
a
am too.
modest preseason, some bad moments, probably more bad moments than good, but the good moment was out of this world against Cleveland, hitting all the threes, scoring. Where are you at, because you were mixed, you were like
Yeah, I mean, listen,
debating
I
it
think
too.
Simons is going to come off the bench and give you a lot of points and probably average 17 a night if I had to guess right now. The question is, is he in your closing lineup? How much does he evolve in the other aspects of your
Does he play
game?
defense?
Yeah.
The defense thing's crazy because I talked to one of his old teammates this morning, and even he was like, "Man, he's come a long way with the defense. Like, he wasn't even trying before."
And we know that this defensive system is going to suit somebody like him much more than last
And you
year's
hear that a
defense.
lot.
Yeah, last year's Celtics defense, if you were a below average defender, you were screwed every time you were on the court because
Yeah.
you were not going to get bailed out. You're switching everything. Like, we know that. And so there's another way to kind of go about this that I do think is going to benefit him a little bit. And to your point earlier about like our optimism, I do think being at training camp and talking to these guys every day and getting the sense of like how competitive it's been, how like war-like it's been, it definitely has impacted our view. Like I'm sure we've drank a little bit of the training camp Kool-Aid. I'm not even gonna.
I can't fault you
For
for
sure,
it.
but they've done it in preseason too. The pace has been high. They forced
Second best defense.
They
right?
forced 20 turnovers a game, which is like a thunder. Now I know it's preseason, so
Yeah.
teams are throwing the ball
And they
all
didn't
over
really
the
play
place.
for anybody real. But
So it was a good first impression. Like the offense was solid, the defense was great. What are the vibes around here, Jimmy? Like Noah's saying it's a playoff feel. Have you been around and?
it feels a little
Yeah,
like
in the
that.
bar.
I
bars,
just
like,
kind of
what's
got into the scene right now, so I haven't been able to get
Okay.
too deep in it. Luckily for you guys, I could have came in here really hot. But no,
Literally got out of his Uber.
it's good to see the fans coming out. Obviously, listen, when you're a fan, you're a fan. Ride or die. You show up for the good times. You show up for the bad times. I'm not going to be surprised to see this place sell out tonight and be loud and proud and get at Embiid when he's at the free throw line. This is a guy Embiid who hasn't played in a minute, right?
It's on a minutes restriction tonight, so that helps.
So I expect them to be ready to go. I think the Celtics should win this game. You're at home. Protect home court. It's okay. It's just live. It's no big deal. Yeah, you're out. All right. Celtics fans are out right now. They're loving it. They're loving it.
That sucks. I haven't seen any
Paul
Philly
Pierce
fans.
is walking around in the
Is he?
in the juice.
I
full
like that.
attire. There's a lot of
It's good that he's on foot. We'll leave it.
Look out, Jimmy. Bill's watching right now. Bill Chisholm.
Who? Oh,
Yeah,
is he?
message for him.
Oh. I gotta meet
Now that
them.
you're on, he definitely logged off. He's like, I was here for real analysis, and Jimmy's walking in.
Yeah. This is like the comedy hour. Okay, back to you guys. I didn't know John was gonna toss me on here. I really just wanted to say
You
hi.
don't want to walk past this
What's your
live shot
prediction
if John
tonight?
doesn't-
We'll leave you with that.
What's that?
What's your prediction tonight?
I got Celtics in a close one. I think, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, they're going to play with some inspiration tonight. This is a big night for Brown. Gets to be called last, right, with the player introductions, playing the role of the captain.
The captain?
Playing the role of the captain, right? I mean,
Don't get me started again.
Yeah, I know. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see what he does with this opportunity. I think he understands what he's capable of, and I think the biggest Celtics fans do too, but there's still a lot of detractors out there, and I think he has a lot to prove.
And I don't think he's going to press tonight. I don't think you're going to see him come in and force it to try to be like, oh, I'm scoring 35 because this is game one is no Tatum. Like, you're not going to see that. I think you're actually going to see a very balanced game from him. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if he finishes with like 22 points and 8 assists and has more that style of game.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how it goes. Like, I have no questions about White. I know he can do what he needs to do. I have few questions about Pritchard because I think he's going to have the room to operate. And is he going to start?
Yeah, I mean, Pritchard started every preseason game that he's played.
I'm glad
But,
for that.
I feel like
I hated the
Pritchard,
sound of
Maxey,
Pritchard thing
two
we
guys
did.
drafted at the same draft class, and their careers kind of took different paths at the start. But here comes Pritchard, right? I mean, there's no reason to believe that Pritchard and him can't be going shot for shot out there at points.
Noah's worried about Maxey.
I'm not worried
He's a
about it. I love
Celtics killer.
Maxey's game.
He's a Celtics killer.
I love Max's
Yeah,
game, as you
unbelievable
might be able to
player.
predict. But yeah, I mean, I feel like he's had some big time performances, and even in recent years where he's been injury riddled, like he single-handedly can kind of keep this team in it. And Joel Embiid, even if he's at 50%, that's still going to be a handful for the Celtics team to
It
deal
really
with.
is.
So
And Embiid is a player that if anyone ever asked me like who do you really enjoy watching from the opposite side, Embiid is like in my top 5.
okay,
You just
so
have to
we
see
have complete opposite tastes.
I just think not that I love his
I
style
like
of play.
small guards.
I
I do too, but
surprised.
not that I love his style of play, but I just think he's
You don't
one of
like
those
Giannis.
physical specimens though that like when you see him in person, you're just like, oh my
There's
god,
a
this guy is.
smoothness to his game.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. There's a smoothness to his game when he's. I don't like. Trust me, I hate the free throws. I hate all that. But there is something to be said about how when you're watching a player like that, his size, like what he can do on the court in person, is just a little bit different than on TV.
And I said this yesterday. I'm glad he's playing. I'm glad
Oh,
he's
of course.
Like, I hate these games where stars are out.
No.
I saw
You're gonna
a
see
full
what you're
list
made
today
of.
of all the players that are missing opening night, and it's like there are so many injuries around
I
the
know.
league. We haven't even
Starting to look like the NFL a little bit with the quarterbacks
And
missing time.
I've used that as an example of why I feel good about this team. Like, other
Yeah.
teams are having issues. Other teams lost guys. Like, we get caught up in the Celtics globe a little bit
Right.
here, world, and there are other teams going through problems right now. And in the East especially, I mean, if you were playing Oklahoma City and Houston, like we saw last night, you'd be like, all right, we're not up for this. But
We
you're
were
playing
not
Philly.
prepared.
Just the size disparity in that game and what we're going to see on this team for a while is going to be crazy.
The West
but
is going to be a bloodbath. That was awesome, though. I love those
Yeah.
games last night. I hope we get 50% of what that Rockets Thunder game was last night here.
I'll
honestly,
take it.
this is the perfect opening night matchup, though,
It is.
because they're not playing against one of the top contending teams where it's like this is a little bit too much of a test. But then they're still like the 76ers to me are one of the biggest rivals. I know everybody has their own take on who the Celtics rivals are, but in recent history there have just been so many battles between these two teams that obviously have skewed in Boston's favor that I think it's a perfect place to start the season.
Yeah, they're going to be booing. They're going to be getting on Embiid. And they're going to be behind this team, I think. Again, everybody feels the same way, I feel like. Coaches, players, fans right now. Like, let's just see how it goes. We don't have high expectations. It's going to be easy to exceed those expectations. And unless things go totally sideways here, I think fans are going to have this team's back this year. Now, there are going to be expectations on Brown to perform. Like, I do think fans are going to get on him if he doesn't reach the level he should.
Yeah, they're going to have high expectations. I think rightfully so, though. You got to have high expectations.
I
think he wants that. I think he embraces that pressure or that challenge, if you will. And for me, Jaylen Brown's always been. No one challenges Jaylen Brown more than Jaylen Brown. So I can tell you, whatever he hears, whatever he reads, I would guarantee that he puts on more, pressure on himself than anybody else could. So I think he just is saying, bring it on, and you just got to hold these guys to stay healthy. I mean, if they can stay healthy, then they'll make it difficult on teams. I think they'll be a tough out for a first-round matchup if they can sneak into the playoffs in some capacity. And the most important thing is just play hard and keep it entertaining, I think, for everybody. And on that note,
have fun.
I'm going to play hard and keep it entertaining.
You're in the house tonight, right?
I'm in the house. I'm in the building. I'm in the club seats. Not a big deal.
Do you want to tell the fans what section you're in so they can
I'm not.
see
I'm
that
not.
you're also
I'm going to tell them, you guys are in section 18, though,
Bring
so they can
some
come say hi to
shirts.
Noah and Bobby.
Hand them out.
Oh, we got
Get them
some.
to
We
the
got some
fans in
swag.
there.
I didn't know we
Put
had
one
some
on.
swag. I'll toss some swag on. They're big. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe not. That's a bad look for me. That's a bad look for me. All right, I'm out.
Hi, I'm walking in.
All right, John.
I listened to none of that, so I might say a bunch of the same shit again. What did he say?
He feels,
Paraphrase all of it.
I think he feels the same way. He's a little lower than us. Like he came in
Just-
with the lowest
yeah.
prediction. He's gotten some heat for it.
Jimmy thinks the Celtics suck.
Yeah.
So,
that's
like I said,
basically it.
yeah, I know. No one. I doubt anyone read the article. I called that my optimistic prediction, and it still has some just in and around or just short of 500.
There's a wide
We'll see.
range, yeah. And
Yeah.
we'll get some fans on here before we get out of here.
Maybe. Looks like they're buzzing. They're trying
I
to
think
get
the
in
rule
there.
should be if
buzzing
you
in.
take a shirt, you have to give us one take.
Yeah.
I haven't
You
seen
know?
one Philly fan yet. That's good for
I saw two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to make an impact with two, but
I know you talked about the Embiid factor, but like.
it's the
It's
biggest thing I want to watch
It's an
tonight.
insane first test for
Yeah,
a team
for
that
sure.
has
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
the worst big man rotation. I'm sorry.
Could have the worst.
Come on.
I mean, we'll see.
If these were somebody else's bigs, how would you rank them?
I would say they could have one of the worst.
Only team in the
rotations
mix with
the
them is
league.
Indiana.
Huh?
Like they're
Listen, it's
29
just too
and
early
30
because
right now.
in a month we might say, okay, these guys are pretty good. You know, I don't want to say that they're terrible.
And again, even
Yeah.
those
Look what you
guys,
thought about Luke.
I asked all of those guys, are you feeling overlooked, slighted during the preseason? And they're like, no, we're just happy to play. Like they know they have to prove themselves.
Bobby-
Kata knows he has to prove himself.
Look, everybody, including Brad and Jalen, have kind of pointed out the obvious. You know, Brad, when he was talking about in his season opening press conference on Media Day, as you know,
We'll see.
what did they do? But when he was talking about offering Horford
saw
and
what we had
Fournette,
to
he's like,
offer.
I can only offer what I can offer, and you could see what that kind of money gets you. Like these guys, you know, like.
I don't feel like that was his connotation. We gotta rewind the clip on that
He
quote. I
was-
don't think that's
But
how
that's what he was.
He
That's
was
what
talking
John
about
heard. That's what John heard.
He was
And
talking
then
about the
Jay-
money they had offered.
No, but he's like, and look what he basically said.
I'm-
Look what this money got us. I was like, Boucher. You know. Anyway,
I
and
like
then
Boucher.
Jalen even has said openly, yeah, we don't have the talent we had before, which again is a little bit on that line where you don't want to alienate your teammates. They know. I don't think Chris Boucher has any illusions that he's Kristaps Porzingis. I don't think Josh Minot thinks he's
Yeah.
Drew Holiday. Like they know what
Chris
they're.
Boucher
coming
told me that he has shades of Kristaps Porzingis and Jason Tatum. in his
Totally.
You know
game.
what? I was thinking
That's
that
what he's
today.
bringing in,
Oh
right?
God, guys.
No, not that he's gonna be Porzingis.
I gotta rage bait John a little before the game starts.
Who's going to be the guy out there that actually accentuates everybody? Does a little bit of everything, shoots threes as a big man. Like he's actually
I was gonna say
stepping into
Peyton
those
Pritchard,
shoes
but then you said as a big man.
as a big man. So I wouldn't even be surprised if Boucher gets a nod here or there over Kata.
I'm
Like
confused.
he had a better preseason.
Why do you think that the double big starting lineup is the default? Like double big. We keep calling Boucher a big
Yeah,
initial
yeah.
thing. I can't see that at all.
You don't think that'll be tonight? Do we have a starting lineup? We don't have one yet.
We won't have one. For a
Ahmed,
couple
do we
more
have
minutes.
anything? Check it out. Let us know. I mean, I always thought Hauser was the obvious default there.
Yeah.
I know you've said that too.
It's
I like
not
double
about
big better.
I think we're overthinking it. we're looking a little
You've
bit.
always hated double big. We've had this
It's not
debate for
just
3
double
years.
big. It's the players.
Yep.
Like that's not the 5 players you want to start a game with.
I'll tell you this.
Because when you're low on talent, you can't play a style that you want that's going to put players out there playing impactful minutes early in a game that aren't necessarily your best guys. So to me, I do think you need somebody to occupy the middle, unless you have a Draymond Green type guy who can play a small ball 5 or a small ball lineup if everybody else can. But that's not what you've got here. So you got to have shooting, you got to have more talent out there, and I'm a little worried that if Boucher's the guy, it's going to be a weird looking lineup to start.
I prefer double big. If I'm being real about how they feel, I think their
depending on the bigs.
Their approach this year is going to be lean into our strengths, which is going small, going fast. That's what I'm saying. They want to go fast. They'll go small. They'll give up rebounds this year. They know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like back to the Joe press conference. Like,
I just think
that was an acknowledgement.
There are things that Boucher does defensively, though, that fit in better with what they're trying to do as far as the activity, the deflections.
But I would think Minot would be that guy then, because honestly, like Minot's 6'8", Boucher's 6'9".
Minot could get in there at some point, but
Yeah,
the threes
for
are
sure.
going to be
I
a
think we're gonna
problem.
see a whole
If you're
lot
going
of
to start
Minot.
somebody and you want to play fast and you want defensive pressure, it makes more sense for him to be the guy over Hauser.
To me, you get the
than
best of
Boucher.
So
everything.
you really don't want to see Chris Boucher in the starting lineup. You want to see
I don't want
Minot
to
or
see
Sam
Boucher
Hauser.
alongside Keita. If you want to go a
Okay.
small ball sort of lineup,
like you could see
maybe
with the
you could
5.
have him starting as a 5. I don't
Yeah,
want him to
That's
Keita.
not gonna happen tonight, though.
Against
No.
Embiid, though, is not. Yeah.
Well, it's a mess. But I mean, look at even like Rob in the first year, like we started to trust him here. And I remember that one game he played against the Sixers. We're like, this is going to be his first big test. He gets 3 fouls in the first 30 seconds, and we're like, oh God, you know.
But I'll say this: this is the year where starters probably mean the least. Someone's coming in at 4 minutes and giving them a new look. Embiid's on a minute restriction tonight, so
And I
he'll go
am
small
curious,
when he gets out.
are they going to go Garza, Minot, and whatever coming in at that 4-minute mark?
Hauser's
again?
definitely coming in if they start double big fast. Like they're going to get to the small lineups. I think that's what we're going to see to finish games now. Like Simons, Hauser, those kind of guys.
Before we continue on, one more shout out for our sponsor over here at the Garden Report, and that of course is Prize Picks, #1 daily fantasy sports app in all of North America. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. 2 to 6 players win up to 2,000 times your cash. And when you sign up today, if you download that app, use the code CLNS, you get 50 in your lineups as soon as you play your first $5 lineup. There's a free square. That was last night. You should have played it. Curry. That was a freebie. But that kind of stuff
21.
pops up all the time. So you want to be checking in there, not just for the deal we offer you with our promo code, which once again, CLNS. Get 50 instantly in your lineups when you play 5, but lots of cool promotional offers, basically free money or opportunities to have free squares that can make your lineups more likely to hit and cash in on your sports opinions. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Let's wrap it up in terms of here. How do we see this going? Are we feeling good about a W for tonight?
Celtics by 8.
I hate saying W.
Celtics by 8. That's my
8?
prediction.
Okay.
I think it'll go down to the wire.
Yeah.
Celtics by 2.
Yeah. How do you think it would have fared? And again, it doesn't matter. Hypothetical, one thing the Celtics do have going for them is health. Had the Sixers been able to put a full lineup in here, is this a team? I think a lot of people are down on the Sixers because they're assuming they'll be broken down all year, because there's no reason to assume otherwise, given their track record of some of these guys. But if Philly can squeeze 60-ish games out of George and Embiid and they enter the playoffs, are they above or below the Celtics in the Eastern Conference pecking order?
I'm sliding them in below just because I don't think their guys are going to be there throughout the year. How can you picture Embiid playing 50, 60 games even at this point? I don't think the surgery he got is going to completely cure what was going on. I mean, remember the stuff we were talking about with him where like they were going to have to break his hip to put his alignment back into place, and like then he just ended up getting a little scope.
Embiid?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy who almost didn't play a single NBA game because of injuries.
So
I
I
mean,
just don't feel great about that. Are guys in? Are they out? I thought that was disruptive last year. I like some of their guys. I like Edgecombe. I like Maxey.
Edgecombe.
But then you're getting into like Drummond and Kyle Lowry and stuff. Like this roster isn't very good when you take a long look at it. I have them at 10.
I'm never making one positive prediction about the 76ers
Oh my God,
after
we got
last year.
screwed last
I had
year.
them like
Oh,
number 1 in the East,
I had
and then
them
they end up
too,
getting the
yeah.
number 3 pick. So I'm nothing from me on the 76ers
That is the
until they
biggest
show
reason
me.
I have them low, because I'm not doing it again.
If they have a good year, I'll tip my cap,
And
but I'm
there's a
not
lot.
doing it.
But they could be one.
There's
Like,
a big NBA slate tonight too, so we'll get to see a lot of people. I am curious, not just again the range
our
of possible
guy.
outcomes.
I like that. How's it going?
Aztec Gina.
The best dressed reporter at TD Garden. How we doing, guys? Good to see you guys. Are you ready for the new season?
We're ready. How you feeling?
Yeah, this is it, guys. What did Brad Stevens say? reset and retool, guys. You guys agree with that, Noah?
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah,
Is it going to be?
reset and retool. How we doing? Go
Good,
Celtics.
good, good.
Oh, what's he giving me? So listen, how you feeling up? Who's interviewing who? By the way, I love your work. I mean, he's awesome, but you're awesome too. Yeah, big fan of CLNS Media, #1.
Thank you.
I don't know. It's like we have to see what this team is doing this year, right? We have Coach Mazzulla. So obviously Mazzulla has a new, how should I say, role players. So we have to see how he steps up.
Who
with
are you
those
looking
roles.
out for? Who are you watching for this year?
Oh, so
What
last
player?
year he asked me that same question, Noah.
You did?
Who's the X factor?
Who are you looking out for?
Oh, man. So what do you guys think about Josh Minott?
He's
You
the
like
X
him?
factor. He's on that list.
Josh Minott, like the pickup with Chris Boucher.
He's going to be a fan favorite.
Yeah, Chris Boucher brings a lot of energy. Obviously, they picked up Anthony Simmons,
Yep.
right? But I mean, we still have D. White.
White, Brown,
We
Pritchard,
got
they're the
Steve
ones.
White.
What's your prediction for the game? Win or loss?
Oh no, come on, no. We're winning.
You gotta get it on record.
Best fans of the NBA. CLNS Media, #1. Best dressed reporter at TD Garden.
Yes, sir.
#1, yeah.
All right,
Bobby's not gonna live that one down.
Jason Tatum's dying to get in here and give us a prediction here. What's going on? I'm going to talk to you again.
Jason
Step right in here.
Tatum.
What's going on? What's your name?
Sam,
Where are you from, Sam?
I'm from Weston, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. I'm your neighbor. I live in Newton. So, what do you think? Not just about tonight. What do you think about the chances for the Celtics this season without your boy Tatum and without all the guys who they lost?
I think that we will go all the way and we're going to win the championship and we're going to have banner 19.
19.
And Jason Tatum's going to come back and we're going to whip the 76ers tonight.
That's,
New Jimmy just dropped. we cut Jimmy.
that was the anti-Jimmy. When's Tatum coming back? You got some inside info?
In 5 months.
All right, let me do some math there.
I can't do the math on. I
I
can't
think
do the
that's
math
accurate.
on that.
I think he's
5
got it.
months. 5 months. 5 months is good. How tall do you think you're going to be?
6'7".
6'7". We have extra large T-shirts over there. You can take one and grow into it eventually. Garden Report T-shirts. Is that cool? All right. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Will this be on television?
On the internet live right now.
YouTube.
YouTube right now.
What channel?
CLNS Media. Check it out.
Will I go on to live stream?
Everywhere.
Wait, is it recorded?
It's live. You're
It's live right now.
You're live.
How many people are on it?
So many. At least 4. Anyway, enjoy the game. All right, bud.
All right, you heard it here. March. Tatum's back.
Oh, you did the math?
Yep.
That's great. That's great work. Bobby's still riding the high of best dressed reporter.
I needed that tonight.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Wait, do
I
we know
didn't-
that
Yeah, Aztec Gina.
Yeah.
guy? Okay.
I thought you were a Celtics fan.
I'm a reporter.
Oh, okay.
What cracks me up is like, is this going to be on TV? We're like, not really.
You didn't want to say no. He's like, it's better than TV. It's YouTube.
All right,
Let's pretend yes.
let's wrap it here, John. What's your prediction
New
tonight?
age TV.
I don't have any prediction for
Come
tonight. I'm just
on,
curious
ask
to
for
see
one.
it. They're going to lose by 60.
There you go.
Okay? You want that?
I mean,
Don't push me, Bobby.
again, we've been optimistic, and I've been careful to stress. We could look up tonight.
I think
and
they
it could
win
be an
tonight. I
absolute
think they win
disaster.
tonight.
I think it's a good matchup.
I'm
for them.
lying. I'm just saying that because I want people to like me. I actually don't know. I don't know.
You got to stop trying to make people like you. This
Yeah,
is race to
that's all I
hate.
do. It's my number one thing. It's the number
that
one.
really?
No.
I can
It's
see
the number
Jimmy.
one criticism people have.
I
Yeah.
can see Jimmy trying to take on the villain role this year.
No,
I'll
no,
say
no,
this
no.
too,
No,
Noah. I think you agree on this. I think they're going to be real. The style they play with from like the opening jump tonight, I think people are going to be like, this is how they're
Watch
playing.
them
This
play
is
so
awesome.
slow and like
Well,
so
then
lazy.
I'll be all over Joe.
And all these articles we've been writing, no, I'm sure they'll play hard.
I know. It'll be so
Can you
funny.
imagine if it's like just so disinspired? Like,
I know. What I hope is you want to see it because honestly, like just for where we stand, it's good for business. Like in the sense that like you don't want people to like,
yeah.
oh no, like fall out on this team. So I really hope
We'll
in
come
the
back
early
next
going,
year.
there's something going on here where there's a little bit of juice and some vibe and people are feeling it. So like I hope they do the fast thing because that's fun. I hope they're all over teams. I hope they put pressure. Like that's what people want to see. And in the absence of talent, go friggin' bonkers, and apply a lot of pressure, dictate the pace, bring the fight to them. That would be the best case scenario. And then you'll live with the wins and the losses if they can play that way. if it doesn't come through, and as Noah kind of joked, it's like slow and goofy and clunky, and they take 53s and they make a 9 each night, we're gonna be like, oh man. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
How many Ugo minutes tonight?
10.
Yeah, I was gonna say 11. I
When
like
he
it.
plays 14, we're gonna be like, it's not 15.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up because Noah has to. These guys gotta work. They gotta run inside and do real
I
stuff.
gotta eat.
And they gotta eat. But we are gonna be live, as we said, after the game, and we expect a big crowd here after the Celtics home opener, season opener tonight against Philadelphia 76ers. Tune into the Garden Report immediately after the game. Thank you, Bobby Manning. Thank you, Noah. Thank you to the fans who kind of hung around, and the poor kid from Weston who's not going to have his thing appear on television.
I don't think he would have done it if he knew.
I know. If he asked us first, that would have been the greatest moment. If he asked us first, is this going to be on
What
TV?
channel?
And he's like, I don't want it. Just walked out of the shot.
It can be on TV. You can hit some buttons.
It's fine. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to Ahmed for doing the setup, Bailey Kennedy behind the scenes, and
get one of
everyone
these
over at
shirts.
CLNS Media, Jimmy Toscano for popping in. We will see you guys after the game.